Hey everyone, it's Erik Thor here, and what I would like you to do right now is I want you to imagine that your five senses have a dial, a volume dial, and you can increase or decrease the volume on this dial, literally turning down outside noises and distractions, such as the sound of people around here playing in the playground, or things like visuals and other things, minimizing distractions as you lower the dial and increasing it as you increase the dial. In today's video, I want to talk about sensitivity and the highly sensitive person and INFPs. INFP sensitivity. What is it and how is this a superpower? At first, you might think that sensitivity could not possibly be a superpower. It's an obstacle. It's something that makes it hard for you in life as an INFP. Your sensitivity keeps you from enduring tough and challenging environments. It makes it harder to deal with social situations. It makes it difficult to have fun and enjoy yourself at parties. It can make life overwhelming and stressful times. So how could this possibly be a superpower? Well, there are many reasons why you'd want to increase the intensity of an emotional or sensory experience. First of all, when you increase the intensity, you can also not just increase negativity or stress or difficulty, but you can also increase pleasure and joy and enjoyment of what is happening around you. Sensitivity also allows you to spot things that other people would miss. So if you have your sensitivity on the max of the dial or high or close to the max, you'll find that you pick up on things that other people would not see. You notice when a color is off and doesn't match the palette aesthetically. You notice when a sound or a tone is not in the right place in a piano composition. You notice that in a painting you could use another color to really enunciate the character or the feeling better. You notice when talking to another person, when they are expressing nervousness or when they are looking away or when they are frowning a little bit or when they seem a bit upset or a bit distraught, and you can tell when these things are happening. Sensitivity can also increase your level of comfort at home as you pay attention to and notice that it's a bit too warm at home, so you can't really fall asleep. So let's just open the window for a bit and let some fresh air in, and boom, 10 minutes later, you're soundly asleep and happy, and your body is in the perfect temperature it needs to be, right? So with comfort and with HSP comes the ability to give you a life of pleasure and joy and comfort if you use it right, if you tap into this superpower. And it also becomes a power you can use to increase the comfort and harmony and pleasure in other people's lives. Something you can do to gently nudge other people to a better mood, to a more harmonious state, to a more peaceful state of mind in general, right? Being highly sensitive can also be a superpower in other ways for INFPs. What you'll find is that, for example, when people are not sensitive, they will often detach or tune out of difficult or uncomfortable situations, pretending they're not happening. Imagine that you have a toxic or abusive boss at work and everyone knows it, everyone suffers, everyone's unhappy under this person. Not the highly sensitive person. The highly sensitive person knows that this is happening, can tell what's going on, and is highly attentive and very sensitive to the words that the manager uses to put you at a bad state. They can tell what's going on and they can react against it, and they can alert other people to the problem. By speaking out and sharing things that you feel and pick up on, you have a chance to help other people make positive improvements in their lives. Because just because they are pretending not to see it doesn't mean that they're not affected by it. Less sensitive people are still affected, troubled by a lot of things that are happening around them. They can still be bothered by noises. They can still suffer through sensory discomfort, but they don't know that they are suffering. They don't know that this is happening until you let them know about it, and that is when you have a chance to make things better for other people too. So are INFPs highly sensitive? Yeah. On average, introversion is about 80% correlated with sensitivity, and in particular, INFPs are and tend to be sensitive towards emotional expressions in other people, body language, tone of voice, and aesthetics. These are the things that make you notice make your eyes open, right? When you see these things, that's the things that your eyes gravitate to in a room. When you go into a room and you notice somebody is having a bad day, you can see that they're having a bad day. As soon as you enter, you feel their energy and their aura. And this is often why many INFPs call themselves empaths, because of their capacity to pick up on other people's emotions as if they are or were your own. But sensitivity can also be a problem if you don't know how to manage it. The more sensitive you are, the more important it is that you spend time on emotional management, and here you need to really boost your emotional intelligence. What you have to do is, first of all, you have to recognize the difference between your own emotions and the emotions of other people. When other people are having a bad day, it's very important that you recognize that it's them that are having a bad day, not you. And here, you don't have to take on their emotions as your own, and you have to be careful not to assume that you are the one having a bad day. Yeah, you saw them, you noticed that they were upset, and now you start feeling upset and you don't know why. Well, think back and try to reflect on why you feel the way that you feel and recognize where emotions come from. Number two, what you want to do is you want to think of smart strategies for how to manage these emotions. If you feel a certain way, you have to come up with a smart way to manage that emotion. First, you have to recognize that you have that emotion. You have to recognize what the emotion is and where it comes from. Third, you have to think of a way to navigate that emotion. What can I do to channel anger, sadness, or negative feelings in a positive direction? What can I do to do something good with myself if I'm having a bad day? If I feel low on energy, what can I do to make sure that I get in a better energy? What can I do to make and put myself in a better state of mind? Your sensitivity is a superpower, but that's provided that you are taking care of this superpower and taking care of yourself. When highly sensitive people don't take care of themselves, they lose that gift. I don't mean to say that they don't become sensitive. What I mean to say is that they lose the gifts and the perceptions and the observations they could have made if they were and kept themselves in a calm and balanced state of mind. And so what I want to encourage you to do is make sure that in everyday settings that you get the time to really reflect on and to get into yourself, and that you respect your senses. If you feel like something is too loud, don't keep listening to it on such high volume. If you feel like a situation is too overwhelming, take a break, go out for some fresh air, and make sure that you get time to unwind. By taking care of yourself, you'll notice more things and you will have a more healthy observation of the things that you notice. You also want to avoid projections in which you perhaps, for example, project your own negativity on other people. Other people are upset with me, other people don't like me, other people are angry, when in fact you are tired or you are overwhelmed and you are struggling, right? So recognizing when you project your own emotions onto other people, assuming that they are the ones that are feeling that way and not you, right? This is just as important as making sure that you don't take on other people's emotions as your own when they're not, right? So have those clear distinctions. Those are my tips for INFPs on how to manage their sensitivity. Let me know what your tips are in the comments down below, and thank you so much for watching.